Something that we always talk about when we have these long, spontaneous talks with you is like, you mentioned Tyler Perry, and you talk about like black cinema a lot, and you're like, yo, there needs to be a Tyler Perry. I want to be the Tyler Perry. You've said stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. How does that work? How do we get there? Is that possible? Because I want you to be. That would be cool.
Thank you.
I would love that.
He just opened up this incredible studio in Atlanta, like his own Disneyland. Is crazy. Yeah.
Like, what would he like?
On the outskirts
hundreds of millions?
No, like I think maybe like, I don't know the actual numbers, but like close to like $1 billion, maybe. I don't know. It's like he has like a full like a front of a White House like there, like so that they can shoot stuff. It's incredible. Like it's like his own Universal Studio.
I don't know if we're getting there,
right?
but
maybe
our version.
Hey, so
what's our version? What's our version look like, man?
So first of all, I appreciate you saying that you want that for me, because I really do believe. Then this could be its own like podcast series in terms of like how we get there. But basically, I feel like we clearly have a slight, or like an audience, like our demographic. Or
you mean you specifically, or just Asians?
I would say Western Asians, right?
Westernized
Asians, right? And I feel like, especially with what we've seen in terms of what we built through Wong Fu, YouTube, all the social media influencers, whatever, there's clearly an acceptance of Asians by the mainstream. There's now clear mainstream products, or in terms of like films and TV shows, where you can say that, hey, at the very least, you'll hit this group of people.
Okay.
I'm not saying like we're gonna like, I'm not saying we're like mainstream yet, but like we're getting access to it.
How about this? We're accepted, but possibly not embraced.
Sure.
There's different levels.
And the thing is that ultimately we just don't have enough products to give to this audience. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a number of reasons why. Like one is, first of all, in order to start making a lot of movies or shows, you have to have people that want to make them, right? And so producers, financiers, all these people that, like Hollywood,
like powerful people.
Hollywood is generations deep in a system that they've built for their own tribes, as you guys.
Sure,
like,
the people
right?
that they see as their tribes are the people that they can make money off.
Exactly, and for them, it's natural to see themselves in when the work that they want to go find. They're comfortable with their own people, and it's uncomfortable. It's them taking a chance when they want to make stuff that's Asian or minority driven, right? And to some extent, like I can't blame them. That's the system, and they built it for themselves, and so I guess they get to reap the benefits. But they're just way ahead of us, right? Because they've been here longer, right?
They made the game. They kind of set the rules.
Exactly. So what I find really interesting about the like black cinema, or their section of the entertainment industry, is that they unapologetically make films for like their community, and the community responds by buying tickets and building up their stars,
literally
supporting,
like putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly. Yeah. And so they've created a way for them to kind of work outside the Hollywood system,
auxiliary system,
right? And then basically say, hey, we're actually good without you guys. If you should want to play with us,
right? Because
you can. Unfortunately, money rules everything.
Well, it's like they weren't invited to the party,
right.
And then they start their own party that looks lit, and then people are like,
right.
Some of people are like, yo, what's going on over there? Like,
right. And once people see that there's money to be made, then it all changes. And this started, but same thing. Like they put in the work. They're also generations deep. Like they
have a certain history.
Of course, and I can't take that away from them. But like, yeah, like it started like, you look at like blaxploitation films, like a lot of it was them making it for themselves first, right? And then it got into like some more muddy waters, whatever.
Because people try to make money.
Exactly, but still, that still established stars. That established a system that they knew that they could reach their own people, right?
Yeah.
And so, as Asian Americans, we're relatively new to this country. Like again, because of immigration laws.
In the large numbers we are. I mean, there's some of us that have been here for a while, but in the numbers, no.
But yeah, I mean, we had literally laws that prevented us from coming here. When that was finally lifted, huge flood of people, right? So the system or the rules that or the positions we're like just starting to get access to, right? And I'm hopeful to see that, hey, in the same way that other communities have done it, we can do it. We can also follow that same path, but it requires a lot of variables to also fall into place, or not fall into place, but to come into play.
What are the variables that we need? Because let me just tell you this as somebody who is tends to be pretty critical, but I mean, of course I'm hopeful. Like I want that to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm a little doubtful that it's going to turn into that. Maybe it's because I have this very high expectation. Right.
So
what are the things that need to happen that are not already happening right now? Because I can tell you this, it doesn't feel like, although there's more Asian faces getting out there, and shout out to all our friends that are becoming successful, whether they're directors or on-screen talent, it seems like they're just being absorbed by the larger game.
Right. And the thing is, they're being absorbed by the larger game because they have no choice.
Yeah.
And also they came up in the system knowing that that's power and I have to play by their rules. So you can't blame them for wanting to play by their rules right now. But as they feel more power, and hopefully as they feel more empowered by their own identity, they'll want to give back. So, and start like looking out for their own. So that's another thing that the African-American community and Jewish community and basically every community does well or should do well, is that you got to look out for your own and send the elevator back down. So that's one variable, is we need to have community leaders in entertainment, media, art, whatever, culture, that when they get elevated through their own merit, through working the system, that they don't feel like, hey, I did this without y'all. Yeah. Instead, they're like, hey, I want to help the next one of me.